awareness. So let me begin with today's topic without doing much of ado. So today what we are going to look after in mental health, as we know in 2020 and 21, the world has been afflicted with a big pandemic. And this pandemic has led to many people to lose a lot of their near and dear ones. Also, there has been a lot of issues that are surrounding around marital abuse, lot of physical abuse, lot of emotional abuse that has been seen in the families that's going around. So today's topic that we are going to cover about is on post-traumatic stress disorder. How do you recognize it in yourself or in your near and dear ones? And how do you know what is the best time to deal with it? And how can you protect yourself and others from the same thing? Okay. So without much delay, I'll start with my presentation. So what is post-traumatic stress syndrome? Is it just a state of mind? तो हमने हमारे आस पड़ोस में बहुत बार ऐसे देखा होगा कि अगर किसी के घर में कुछ डेथ हो गई है या कोई ब्रेकअप्स हो गया है या somebody is dealing with a divorce or somebody is dealing with any kind of a stressful situation, उनको ये बोला जाता है हिम्मत रखो आगे बढ़ो. या if somebody is not able to cope with it, आस पड़ोस के लोग अक्सर उनको कोई ना कोई तरीके का ज्ञान दे देते हैं या कमेंट्स पास करते हैं एंड दे लीव इट. बट यू नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड पोस्ट ट्रॉमेटिक स्ट्रेस डिसऑर्डर इज नॉट अ सिंपल थिंग टू डील विद. स्ट्रेस जो है नॉर्मली हमारे लाइफ में होता है. There are some interesting facts about it. There are 70% of adults who have experienced one traumatic event in their life. 20 of them who experience this go and develop PTSD. There are about 8 million people who have been properly diagnosed with PTSD. So we have veterans. So pehle, in earlier days, it was said that it is veterans who are very convicted to get वॉर वेटरन्स जो होते हैं यानी जो आर्मी वाले होते हैं जो वॉर फ्रंट पे वर्क करते हैं, दे आर द वन who are subject to PTSD. There is also known as people who live under substance abuse are prone to PTSD. So in such conditions, what do we do? Okay, is this it? 1 in 13 person is developing PTSD. So it is a very concerning situation. It was way back in 80s or 70s कि सिर्फ war veterans और substance abuse वाले किसी इंसान को PTSD होता था. The ratio of PTSD is increasing day in and out. Especially throughout the pandemic, what we have seen is that people are more and more developing anxiety disorders. They are developing more of depression, more of this post-traumatic stress disorders. So this is a concern which is growing in the society. Forget adults, we have seen even kids coming up with these disorders. Okay, so छोटे छोटे बच्चे हैं जिनके अंदर हमने ये देखा है, either they have belonging to the broken family or they are seeing their adults with a lot of abuse in their environment and they develop this PTSD. And most of the time PTSD goes unobserved. Okay, so it is a very important thing to work upon. So PTSD is not a normal condition. ये ऐसा नहीं है कि हाँ चलो दुख हो गया 2 दिन तक आपको दुख रहेगा, तीसरे दिन आप भूल जाओगे. PTSD is not such a condition. PTSD is a psychiatric condition following a traumatic or a stressful situation. It can be violence, it can be loss, it can be an illness, it can be going through a difficult period in life, it can be financial loss, it can be even those people who are suffering and who have headed towards multiple surgeries, patients with very grave illnesses like cancer, autoimmune disorders, they also undergo PTSD. Family of the cancer survivors or autoimmune disorder survivors undergo PTSD, okay, because they see the pain, they see the affection very closely. So it can be developed with anyone. Okay, it can also be followed by a traumatic event, जैसे कि कोई कहीं पे घूमने गया है और अचानक से उनके वो बस का या ट्रेन का एक्सीडेंट हो गया है या प्लेन का एक्सीडेंट हो गया, या वो कहीं पे खड़े हैं एंड ऑफ हैंड वहां पे एक टेरर अटैक हो गया, या कहीं पे वो टाइम पास के लिए गए थे एंड सडनली somebody is hit by a car and the person is and they lose a loved one. Okay, so anything can develop PTSD, and some people may grow up and they may not have any triggers or they may not really have any symptoms, but some continue to get symptoms whenever they are triggers, or इनके लाइफ में छोटा सा भी it can, the trigger can be as small as a scent of a person, okay, that can trigger this traumatic memory. So this is a growing concern. So I like to give you a brief scene about from one of a very known Hollywood web series in which PTSD is very well explained. So I will show you something. Just observe.
Yeah, we're not walking outside. Stay where you are.
No, I thought it.
Get in here.
Wait, why are we?
It's a shooter of the star hospital. What? Stay here. Don't move. I'll come back and get you when it's clear. Calm down. Calm down. Tell me what the hell.
Oh, wait. Oh, wait.
Stop it. Lie there and die.
Dr. Yang, trim this pericardium, please. 3 centimeters.
This is a scene where a hospital, it's a scene of a hospital where there's a shooting that happens, okay, and after the surgeon is put under a stressful condition where she had to operate on a patient with a shooter on her head. And what happens after that incident has passed?
We all right?
Trey, Christina. Christina, talk to me.
Christina, you're okay. Can you get up? Christina. Christina.
I can't feel anything.
I know. I know. Come with me.
I can't move. I can't move my legs. I can't feel anything.
Take my hand. Take my hand. Do you feel that? And it crashed. Plane crashed. Where is Derek? Derek! Christina, where is Derek?
He was sucked out the side when we hit the trees, and then the back of the plane came off.
I stayed awake for 4 days. Fire went out. It was really, really dark. There were so many stars. Mark just kept dying. It was so annoying.
So basically, if you see in this whole thing is how does a particular stress is impacting. So there are different ways. Number one, what are the signs? कैसे आप पता कर सकते हो कि एक आपके आस पड़ोस में या आप खुद PTSD के शिकार हो or you're victim of PTSD is number one, you understand that the problem that person is facing, okay, first is there any kind of sleep disturbance? Okay, either they are waking up too much, okay, or they are continuously affected by nightmares. Okay, there is a outburst of emotion out of proportion anger, okay, complete numb, जैसे like आपने पहले वीडियो में देखा, the person is lying on the bed or just a sound of maybe वो एक knife हाथ से गिर गया, एक instrument हाथ से गिर गया, but that just simple sound made that person completely numb, that she couldn't move. Anxiety, they cannot relax easily, they cannot calm down, and they keep reliving the moment. So it can be anything. It can be as simple as, for example, you are just crossing the road and you are hit by something, but that event stays with you, okay? And you're continuously living in that threat, if you're continuously living in that danger, okay? There are thoughts of suicide, and there is a sudden change in behavior, which impacts self-esteem, which impacts coping up mechanism, which impacts all the performances, okay? So this is very important signs. Number one is sleeping disturbances. ये पहला sign है, पहला red flag रहता है that you need to seek help, okay? Numbing of senses is very important. Suicidal thoughts. Also, if you see that a companion of yours or a relative of yours has suddenly started to isolate himself, activities that were making him very passionate or that was making them very active, is suddenly they are becoming very indifferent to it. Somebody who loved dressing up is suddenly stopped dressing up, or somebody who was just normally dressing up is overdoing the dress up. कोई भी जो इवेंट होता है, जब उससे ज्यादा अगर उसका कुछ बिहेवियर होता है, that means this person needs help. This person is undergoing PTSD, so they need to be taken care of. How you can help these people? There are several ways. Number one is taking off them of any triggers. Number two is if you take care of being with them, okay, and taking care of the slightest thing that's affecting them and trying to bring them out. Meeting a professional, okay, seeking professional help is best. And one of the way that we have seen in our day-to-day practice that homeopathy really helps with PTSD, okay? Homeopathy recognizes an individual experience. So what do I mean by that? एक सिंपल सा एग्जाम्पल ले लेते हैं, बॉम्बे का लोकल, ठीक है, उसमें बहुत रश रहता है, and when people get in, okay, when they're struggling to get in, there are different comments you hear from everyone. कोई बोलेगा अरे मेरे साथ हमेशा ऐसे ही होता है, मैं जब भी ट्रेन में चलने जाता हूँ कुछ ना कुछ वैसे मैं लेट हो जाता. तो कोई बोलेगा अरे ये औरत है ना बहुत मेरे को परेशान कर रही है, ये मेरे को गिराना ही चाहती है. And somebody is like please don't do anything, don't move, it's hurting me. So everybody comes up with their own reaction, everybody has their own experiences. It's like we all are wearing a different glass, okay? We do a very in our homeopathic classes, we do a very simple experiment, is viewing of Taj Mahal, and we had a group of friends who we just thought we'll write an essay on Taj Mahal. So there was a group of person who spoke about Taj Mahal being symbol of love, symbol of what symbol of romance, symbol of what a king can do for a queen, and it was an ultimate presentation of love. For somebody, they focused on the fact that after Taj Mahal was built, king just cut off the fingers of the carpenters, and it was extreme cruelty. There was another person who marveled upon the structure, the material used, the kind of design that was. So everybody wears their own glasses. Simplest of things that are happening in the world, everybody has their own version to it, okay? Not your version will never be like mine. So homeopathy recognizes this. So similarly, when you're suffering from an illness, so if you're asking if I'm giving, is there a specific medicine, like in allopathy for depression they may be giving you antidepressant pill, for pain they will give painkiller. What is happening with homeopathy? I will say I'm not giving you a medicine for a painkiller, I'm not giving you a medicine anti something, I'm not giving an antibiotic, I'm not giving a painkiller, I'm not giving antihypertensive, I'm not giving antidepressant. I am giving you a medicine for you. Homeopathy recognizes that it's man who is ill and not an organ that is ill. So while we recognize this individual experience, we can treat the symptoms. So for example, somebody has PTSD. So what was the experience in this? When the trigger comes, how does this person behave? Does he get violent or is he numbing himself? So when we understand the minutest detail through the case history of the patient, we know we can help this person. Case taking is very important. So in any condition, forget PTSD, if you have to approach a homeopathic doctor for anything, it can be a simple fever, it can be a simple coryza, to any emotional disorders like anxiety, depression, PTSD, OCD, or you are approaching a homeopath for any major chronic illness like chronic kidney failure, chronic liver failure, cancer, or any autoimmune disorder, we are going to focus on the case taking, because the case taking is the key. Whoever in this group has been previously exposed to our treatment, they know how detailed history taking we take. And the main focus is understanding, as a homeopath, I'm interested in who is the person sitting in front of me and what led him to the disease. What is in the soil that made him fall sick to this extent? So once we understand that, it becomes a key to the right remedy, and that becomes key to healing. So what do we understand in homeopathy when we are looking after you? So we are not just taking your clinical history, but we also try to understand what is your life space situation. How are you perceiving? How are you experiencing that situation? How much is your capacity to deal with this stress? Okay. How far long have you come? Has this pathology developed to you suddenly, or it has developed gradually? Was it something that is very fixed to a single part, or it is fixed to a lot of things? What are your past histories? How did the disease develop? How many medicines have you taken in past? Is that medicine led you to the suffering? Is the past any illnesses that have been suppressed that has caused you to this illness? What is the major family history? What is the illness that is running in your family? That becomes the key, that becomes the, that cultivates the soil. It's like एक फील्ड है जहां पे गेहूं उगता है, वहां पे गेहूं ही उगेगा, वहां पे राइस नहीं उगेगा, या वहां पे कुछ और नहीं उगेगा, सरसों नहीं उगेंगे. तो आपका वो फील्ड क्या है, दैट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टू अंडरस्टैंड फॉर अस, दैट व्हाई दिस डिजीज डेवलप इन यू. What are your personality traits? What are your sensitivity? What are your fears? What are your anxiety? What is your anger? What triggers your anger? How do you react in the anger? What do you dream? Your interest, hobbies, everything. Basically understanding who is the person sitting in front of me becomes very important. And then comes the physical aspect. What in the environment triggers you? What in your physical environment is triggering you? This is how a homeopathic doctor attempts to come to a remedy for you. Now, when you say PTSD, besides homeopathy, we have seen in a lot of cases, so there are different level of cases. There will be some group of cases where you do not need a medical intervention, but what you just need is a therapy. You need a counseling session. So, but this counseling session, often what do we do is, when we are facing a difficulty, we think going to a friend or a parent or a cousin or a family member is going to solve our problem. But the fact is that if you have to face a problem, if you have to take care of something, you need to go, okay, to a professional so that they can understand. Sometimes we see that people just Google away that, okay, give me remedies for PTSD. A few days back, I got a call from a person and she said that, I have so-and-so illness and I know this so-and-so homeopathic remedy and I'm taking it. So is it okay? And I said, no, it's not okay, because you don't know why you are taking it, when to stop it. Do you need something more than homeopathy? You will not know. So please seek a professional help. Even when it comes to counseling, I see a lot of things are available on YouTube, on Google, and people try it or experiment it on their own, but that can be harmful. Okay, because there will be, when we are doing therapy at a certain level, you need a guide, you need someone to guide you through. And if you're doing it on your own, you may land up and you may do something which will do more harm than do good to you. So the first step is whatever measures you are trying to take. Suppose you don't want to take homeopathy, you want to take allopathic medicine. So my dear friends, it's an earnest request, go and take it from a professional person, not on your own. Okay, that will really create a lot of problems for you. Okay, a group therapy sometimes help. So you can look for a support group where, if like for people, like if we have, right today we have with us Miss Geeta with us. So she's running an NGO for victims suffering from different kind of emotional abuse and other things. So the help that you can do is, Geeta, you can have a group arranged, and we can have people who are actually suffering from the similar problems, create a support group. Okay, and where they can come and share their experiences of how they have fought the journey. We wish to start this different kind of group therapies for different support providers to a lot of people. uh, if anybody, if you know of any institution, people who are affected by it, do get in touch with us so that we can provide this group therapy to people who are actually victim of different illnesses, victim of different environmental conditions, or different familial condition which has led to such a problem, and it will help. Okay, I'll do a short demo of a group therapy today with all of y'all who are present, and I wish that this therapy will help you all out. Okay, then obviously family and friends as a support. Normally we, as family or friends, we tend to pass judgmental comments, or we tend to we tend to behave in a certain way. The only thing you can do for a friend or a family or yourself, if you are suffering from PTSD, is instead of giving instruction and instead of giving do this or do that, just be there and tell the person whatever you're going through, I am with you. Don't say do this, do that. That will trigger the person. Don't say this is right or this is wrong. Again, that will trigger the person. Just say, I'm with you. Tell me, what do you want? Okay. So family and friends, if you embrace them with a lot of love and with a lot of respect, it's going to make a lot of difference to them. So just be with them and just be there for them, and that's going to really help. And encourage them to go for therapy, encourage them to go for any kind of professional support. And that's how, instead of blaming them, instead of shouting. So I get a lot of cases with psychological problems, and the thing that happens in the family is the family gets irritated on the person who is affected with it, or family will shout at them, or they will talk something bad to them. I think that is not the way that you need to deal with these people. They need a little bit of more of love and little bit of more of patience. Yes, Geeta, you said in many times everyone said ठीक हो जाएगा, ये होने से अच्छा होता है. No, it's not going to happen like that. You know, it's not that easy. I have seen PTSD. I have treated PTSD. It has taken years for people to get out of it. It's only when the family stands and you stand for yourself and you work on it. And it's never going to be like this. Healing journeys are always like this. It's like a wave, you know. You will have your good days, you will have your bad days, but it's that you make a stand that you're going to be with yourself and be with the person who's affected by it on a continuous basis. You hold hands. As a therapist, as a doctor, what I will do is, I'm not going to tell you, you need to do this or you need to do that. As a therapist or as a doctor, my work is to just be there with you and guide you to come to an awareness of what is your problem and guide you in your fight. Okay, nothing more than that is what we expect. Okay, so I'll do a very quick therapy with everyone, whoever is present here. So my honest request to everyone is, at whatever position they are, choose a very comfortable position. Okay, it can be sitting, it can be sleeping, it can be standing. You can switch off your camera if you wish to. If you want to keep it on, you can keep it on, no issues, but choose a place that is very comfortable for you. Okay, and just sit back. Choose a place that's comfortable, sit at that place. Best is if you can sit on the floor with your spine grounded to the floor. Take a good back support so that you don't harm your back. And if you don't want to sit for long, what you can do is you can lie down. You can lie down flat on your back in Savasana. That's another good position to be in if you want to allow your body to heal and give your body permission. So every one of us must have gone through a trauma at some or the other time. So it's good if we can acknowledge that trauma and acknowledge that thing for our body. So the first thing you need to tell yourself that I acknowledge my pain and I'm allowing my body to heal. So once you do that, you're ready to get through. Okay, so everybody take a comfortable pose. Once you have taken, just put in chat box that yes, you are ready. Okay, so I want you to just take 3 deep breaths in whatever position you are. Start taking 3 deep breaths. Take 3 deep breaths, and as you take a breath in and out, tell yourself, acknowledge the breath. Acknowledge the breath that's going in and out. And ask your body to relax. Relax your shoulders. Relax your hands, legs, abdomen, chest. Just relax. And I want you to see a stage in front of you. And on this stage, put the most traumatic event of your life. It could be anything. It could be an event that happened today morning that really affected you, that really put you under stress. It could be an event that happened 2 days back, 3 days back, 4 days back. 8 days back, a year back, 2 years back. It could be an illness. It could be a loss of someone. It could be a fight with a near and dear one. It could be a fight with a friend. It could be anything. Just put that event on the stage. to look at that event and see what you're experiencing in your body. What are you smelling? How does it feel to touch? Make use of all your five senses: touch, hearing, visual, taste, all five senses. Bring that in activation. Try to feel that, to feel the air around you. Try to feel the whole event. How does this whole event feel to you in your body? Is it very heavy? Is it burning? Is it very tight? What is it? Try to experience that. Now put that experience on that stage. And see what lessons do you learn from this experience. What are the good things you gain from this experience? What's the bad thing that you experienced in this whole session? Try to get them all. And slowly dust off the negativity of the event from your hands, from your legs, from your head, from your neck, from your shoulder, and let it off your body. Release this whole event from your body, from all your, so what you call it as your neural pathway. Clear your neural pathway of this experience. Your body always talks to you. And when you are experiencing this event, see which part of your body is communicating with you. Is it your back that's getting heavier or that's getting painful? Is it your arms that are painful? Is it your legs that's painful? Is it the chest that's getting heavy? Are your lungs not ready for it? What is it? Talk to your body and acknowledge that. Acknowledge this event that has affected you. And ask yourself if you are ready to let go of this event. It's better to let go of it. Any event causes anger, causes fear, causes anxiety. So ask yourself, are you ready to forgive? Are you ready to be grateful? Are you ready to let go of this event? And let this event disappear. Take 3 deep breaths. And say, I release. I release. And let this event wither away. And as this is withering away, bow down to the event, bow down to the divinity of the event, and say, be grateful for that event. So you can say, I'm thankful for this event, or this, you can, even if it's a person that you are in stress with, I'm thankful for this person because of whom I have gained so and so experience, or I'm thankful for the event because it has made me who I am. Give enough of love to this event, because this event did come to you for some higher purposes. So do not block this event, but just be thankful for this event. And after you give gratitude, it's very important that you forgive. Say, I forgive so and so person or so and so event for whatever harm it has caused me, knowingly or unknowingly. Forgiveness is a very important key. It was an amazing experiment that was conducted in USA with a lot of cancer patients, and what they had seen that the patients responded to the therapy very quickly once they acknowledged their anger, once they acknowledge their events, and they forgive the people whom they are angry, when they just let go of the events that had really affected them. So forgiveness is a biggest key to heal your body. So you can be in a severe distressing pain, you can be bad bloated with acids. Forgiveness can help you calm down very quickly. So forgive the person, forgive the event. Tell to yourself that I forgive dash 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 for the hurt it has caused me, intentionally or unintentionally. Then forgive yourself, because in most of the event, at the end, we tend to blame our own self. So say, I forgive myself for intentionally or unintentionally hurting myself and others. And then slowly let go of this event. And see that event going somewhere far in the universe, either in the sky disappearing, either in water, either in the earth. You can submerge it, whatever you want to do with this event. Let it go. And let this event, as you have thanked this event, see good things happening around this event or that person. Like kind of how we say, I wish you well. So similarly, wish it well so that it grows and it becomes a positive influence to whichever part of the world or universe it is. See it prosper, see it grow. And then turn to your newly found self after you have gotten rid of this old memory. Look at your body and give it immense love and gratitude. Give gratitude to your breath that you're breathing, to the heart that is beating. Many people don't have this chance today. They have lost their life to the pandemic. We are lucky to be breathing it. So just say thank you. Be very grateful to your body, to every part of your body. Give loads of love and give loads of gratitude to it. And slowly rub your hands. Put it over your eyes, over your cheeks, over your head. Over your head, over your neck, shoulders, and slowly open your eyes. And whenever you're ready, open your eyes and come back and look around. Look around your space. Look around your field and see how different and what's the change you can experience with this. This is just a glimpse of what we can do in a group. A personalized therapy goes in detail about you sharing with your personal experience, your stress, your trauma, or whatever you are experiencing, where we can guide you to get out of the trauma you are experiencing. So if anybody would like to share the experience is welcome. What did you experience with the therapy? How did you felt? Anybody who would like to share can unmute yourself. If you want, you can switch on your camera and you can talk. Anyone?
Hi, Doctor
Hi,
Sada.
Shaina. Hi, Shaina. Tell me.
Yeah, when you just told to feel the heaviness of the events, I actually felt pain near my ribs, a pin pricking sensation on my elbows, and a heaviness on my back.
Okay. After
Then
the therapy was over, what happened?
now I'm relieved, relaxed, and very light, feeling very light, as if everything is gone.
Shaina, morning you called me and you had some acute. How are you feeling
Yeah,
now after the therapy?
I'm better. I'm better because I'm taking this hot compression as well.
Yeah.
But yes, while therapy, that portion had become very heavy. But now I feel like something just got pulled out.
Okay.
So maybe I think stress must have triggered, and because I was sleeping, and when I woke up with this pain at night.
Hmm.
So now I'm feeling much better than morning what I had told you my situation is. I'm much better.
Great. Very good to know. Thank you,
Thank you.
Shaina, for being a part of this and taking a stand for your
Thank you.
journey, healing journey.
Thank you.
Okay, great. Anybody else would like to share something? Mr. Rupesh, will you like to share something?
Not right now.
Okay, you can talk to me later. No issues. Okay, anybody else, if they would like to share the experience of what happened in the therapy with you? If not, you can share with me later. No issues. You can connect to me later. Off to Sarvesh. Before Sarvesh, Geeta, would you like to share something? Would you like to come online and share something?
Hi Sadaf. Yeah, I would. Yeah, Sadaf, am I audible?
Yes, yes, you are audible.
Yeah, just excuse me for not, coming online, showing my face because I'm, as I said, I'm, out. I'm not at home. So,
No problem. Go ahead. You can talk. Share.
yeah, so I think today being Sunday, people have, the number of people are, probably afternoon.
Share your experience with the therapy. What did you feel about the therapy?
Me, therapy,
Yeah.
I couldn't do. I will do it in your next session. That is because I'm out, I said, right?
Yeah.
So I could not find any comfortable position and all.
Okay, no problem. So I'll move on to Sarvesh. Sarvesh, can you come on board and can you explain about how people can approach us?
Hi, doctor. I think it was a wonderful session, and we also heard some, feedback from Shahina as well. So, doctor, I also performed this session, like your therapy. I also tried, this experiment right now, and it is good. Like you actually feel relaxed a little. This is my experience, personal experience. That I felt little relaxed in day-to-day activities. We are always involved in some or the other kind of work. Our life is, everybody's life is too busy. We're all working. There is a social life. There is a personal life. And during this course, we every day come across some or the other kind of, incidents, right? So that might actually make a bad impact or a good impact. So I'm sure, when we relax and we think about these bad experiences as well, and we could have this power to remove it from our mind, like as the experiment that we did right now with the therapy, the group therapy. So, doctor, firstly, thank you very much for taking us through that. 10-minute session was actually very relaxing. That is my personal feedback as well,
Thanks.
right? And actually, we also want everybody. See, what happens is sometimes it is always useful to connect with a professional like you, who could actually guide us. See, we always look forward for guidance, any kind of healthcare or mental, physical, any sort of ailments. We always look for the right guidance which can actually support us. It is basically gives a diversion. I personally feel basically right diversion towards the right path. How we should actually treat ourselves, our personal body, our personal mind. So, doctor, I think this is a very wonderful thing that we would like to create awareness among the mass, like what we have started today, along with Prakriti, along with you, and the health platform. So everybody here, see what we are trying to do is, just to connect and just to, share experience, what can help us benefit from doctors' experience and their guidance. So for this BI Health as a platform, what we are trying to do is we are trying to connect and collaborate between all these practitioners who can help us and also people like us who are looking for such guidance. So please do register yourself on the platform. We will conduct these kind of sessions. And just in case in future you would like to reach out to Dr. Sadaf or all the other such practitioners we are actually bringing them on the platform here on the BI Health platform. So at any point of time you can go ahead and book a session with them, a personal session, a private session, and your data will be kept anonymous. Only with the doctors it is shared, and you could have a personal private session with the doctor talk about your personal problems, or how you could actually deal with it, because I am sure once we deal with small problems of life, that actually helps us do much better things, that brings back the happiness on in our lives, that brings back the smile on our face. And I'm sure we are going to take that further to other community as well. So please do stay connected with the platform. We will also do such sessions along with Dr. and with Geeta there. Like, we will also conduct some more sessions going further. And I'm sure this is only going to help. So please do register here in the platform. Share with your friends, with your relatives on the Facebook group, or where we could reach out to more number of people, and actually we could make an impact in people's lives. So I think that's all, Dr. Sadaf. I do not want to take a lot of time. We're
No
actually
problem.
almost.
Yes, so I think with this we can conclude. So the whole thing is, please the whole objective of the session was to make sure that people are aware about what impact a stress can have. So instead of just doing something on your own, or just going and doing a Google search and taking something on your own, please seek. And also, instead of just passing a judgmental comment or ये ठीक हो जाएगा इतना मत सोच, ऐसे सब comment pass करने से अच्छा आपके friends को या family को, please make sure that you make approach a professional. Today we are living in a digital world, and thanks to pandemic जहाँ पे बहुत बुरा चीज हुआ, एक अच्छा हो गया कि we have learned how we can connect to people even without leaving our comfort zones. Okay, so आज एक click पे you can get a doctor, you can get any specialist to get in touch with you. So Sarvesh has shared the link of the platform. You can make use of the platform, and you can book your consultations for therapy, for homeopathy, for many more things we are planning to get on the platform. So I hope you encourage people around you to seek professional help rather than just living the trauma. And with this note, I won't take much of your time on a Sunday, and I'll wish you all a good coming week, and wish you all good luck. And please keep spreading knowledge about mental health, and be spreading awareness around mental health, because it is important. It's still a taboo in a country like India, where a lot of things are anxiety, depression, PTSD is growing very badly, and we still do not acknowledge the pain of the people. जैसे सर्दी खांसी बुखार है तो सब भाग के आपको देखने आएंगे, but if you are depressed, if you are sad, बोलेंगे चल don't be a baby, या नाटक मत कर, या पागल हो गई है क्या, ऐसे सब hard comments दे के people will just shun you off. Please don't do it to yourself, nor to others. That's the only message I wanted to give today. Thank you for everybody who has been a part of this. Thank you.
One moment, Sadaf. I must thank you for taking your time out and coming over and explain the importance of mental health to all of us, especially on this day, which is a World Mental Health Day.
Yes.
I please accept my gratitude, immense gratitude towards it.
Thank you. Thank you, Geeta.
Thank you, Sarvesh. Sarvesh, I think I must thank you as well for coordinating and doing all the पीछे का जो screen के पीछे का job.
Thank you. Yeah, sure, Geeta. That's a small support that we can always provide. Dr. Sadaf is doing an amazing work, and when we connected with you, we also are aware that the kind of work you do, the kind of things you are into. So a small support to you both of you, and especially today is the Woman Power Day, Durga Puja third day as well. And I would like to be, whatever support I could be to you, in creating this kind of, sessions, or creating awareness that could actually make a very big positive impact in people's lives.